everybody! Today is our next entry in the animated Oscars. Did the right one win? And we are up to year 2003. And this is an interesting year. There's one film that I really don't like, and then two films that are wildly different, but both wonderful. So let's get started with the one that I don't care for. That would be Walt Disney's Brother Bear.
Walt Disney Pictures presents an all-new motion picture event.
Are we there yet?
Don't make me turn this formation around!
You have no idea where they are!
You just talked.
Just back away, real slow like.
What's going on? What?
Walt Disney Pictures presents Brother Bear.
And Brother Bear is a movie that I think had a lot of potential to be good, but they made the wrong choice every single time. It is one of 3 movies in my Walt Disney Animated Studios canon review that I gave an F to. I really hated it. I know a lot of people love it, but I'll be real with you, that's just what I thought. I thought that the voice cast felt too modern with Joaquin Phoenix and some of the other voice work. It didn't work with the type of story that they were telling. I thought that the deep canvas backgrounds were pretty, but then they put these really sort of Saturday morning cartoons 2D in front of it, so it looked weird to me. It looked like you had deep canvas and put Yogi Bear on top of it. It looked that bad to me. I thought that the humor was awful. There were a lot of jokes that they didn't even finish the joke. It's like somebody telling you a knock-knock joke and never giving you the who's there. It's just like knock-knock. And you're waiting for the punchline. You're waiting for the joke. And there's no joke. I didn't get it. I thought that the 2 lead characters were incredibly annoying. There's Kenai, who is a boy in this Inuit tribe, and he gets a totem for when he becomes an adult, and his totem is symbolizing love. And he's such a whiner and such a complainer. And, oh, this is so lame. I have a love totem. Oh my gosh. And he's so unlikable and just such a, ugh. And he doesn't, I was so bored by this movie and was so just annoyed by all the choices that they made that I started watching. And it takes over an hour for this character to smile. He does not smile for an hour and 6 minutes. Into this movie. He's just awful. He ends up getting turned into a bear because he's such a brat. No sense of why he in particular, like, he can't possibly be the only petulant young man in all of this Inuit village, and yet he is turned into a bear. I mean, is this something that happens frequently for all, jerky teens? He has to go on a journey that will hopefully humble him to be ready to get turned out of being a bear. And on the way he meets this little bear named Coda, who's been separated from his mom, and it's so groan-inducing. You know exactly who his mom is and what's going to happen, and the big reveal isn't a big reveal. It's so stupid, and he's such an annoying character, Coda. He's precocious and ooey gooey sweet, and the journey isn't interesting. It's not funny. There's nothing likable. There's nothing good. The songs by Phil Collins are annoying, and they're the kind of thing that the music is telling you how to feel at every step along the way, like literally saying lines similar to, "This is so hard for me to tell you," and he's telling them something. It's that on the nose. It's just, I'd rather watch Strange Magic than Brother Bear. I hate it. I think it's awful. Again, and just, they make such bizarre choices, like they have Tina Turner singing one of the songs. Like, if I'm writing a Inuit cartoon legend kind of thing, Tina Turner isn't coming up on my radar as a singer. It was just so weird, and I hate it. I think it's awful. Moving on to the next nominee is Finding Nemo.
Help him escape.
Nemo, don't
give up!
Your dad's been fighting the entire ocean looking for you.
I'm coming, Nemo!
I never knew my father!
Come on.
Stomach.
No hurling on the shell, dude, okay? Just waxed it.
You've got to see it to believe it.
And this is a very special film, directed by Andrew Stanton. It's a Pixar film. It stars Albert Brooks and Ellen DeGeneres. It almost feels like, do I even need to talk about it? Everybody's seen Finding Nemo practically these days. It's wonderful. I mean, and if you really look at the individual shots and just how every inch of the sea is animated, so creative, so surprising. Things like the sharks, that just makes me laugh every time. That's so funny. You're not expecting in a million years, when you first see the shark and his big teeth and everything, that you'll be going to like an AA meeting. It was so funny. And the way they're able to sort of keep the two storylines going of Marlin looking for Nemo and then also Nemo in the dentist's office with the other fish. And, you know, William Dafoe is so great. There's so many jokes, and so many of them work. Like, Darla is hilarious, those jokes. The seagulls are hilarious. The Crush is so great. A little worried that we might have a Minions problem with Finding Dory, that a cute side character, when they're given their own movie, might not quite work. But I'm still really hopeful, and I think it'll be good. I'm excited. And just all the voice cast is funny. Like I said, so many of the jokes work. It's so beautiful. It's so exciting. It's very well paced. It's everything you could want in an animated film. And the last nominee is The Triplets of Belleville. And this was directed by Sylvain Chaumont. Sorry, I know I'm not saying that right. But it's a lovely film. This is a PG-13. It's the first one in this category to be rated PG-13. It's probably for mature teens and adults, as the rating would imply. There is a scene at the very beginning, an homage to a famous jazz singer. I forget her name. And Fred Astaire is also in the very beginning opening montage where you're meeting the triplets. And there's some animated nudity in that scene, but if you wanted to just fast forward that scene, you could, if that's an objection. But then the rest of the movie is pretty tame. It's basically about this woman who is raising her grandson, and she introduces him to cycling. And so he becomes this champion cyclist. And he ends up actually getting abducted by these mafia types who then she goes on this mission to try to find her grandson, and in so doing she meets the Triplets of Belleville, who are this famous vaudeville act that you see at the very beginning in the opening scene. And they help her to be able to find her grandson, and it's really weird and different. It's not for everybody if you don't like things that are sort of strange. I don't know how else to say it, but it is different and weird, but it's gorgeous. It looks so good. The music is wonderful. I love it. It makes you want to dance, but like I said, definitely not for everyone, not for every taste. It's definitely for the more adventurous animated film goer. And so I was thinking about it, and so did the right one win? Do you pick the one that's probably more visually inventive, different, creative, with better music in The Triplets of Belleville, but that is definitely way more artistic and less crowd-pleasing? Or do you pick the one with the clever story, clever writing, beautiful visuals in their own way, and the more audience crowd-pleaser? And I think you and then have to go with the one that sort of pleased the most people. So I agree, in this case, I think the right one won, but I wouldn't have a problem if the Triplets of Belleville had won, because I think it's really great and it's really different, and I like things that are different and unique and weird. So I wouldn't have had a problem with that one winning, but I think in the end I would probably give it to Finding Nemo. Just if you've seen any of these three films, what do you think about 2003? Do you think that it should have gone to the more obscure picture with the Triplets of Bellevue? Or do you think that Finding Nemo was the right one? Do you like Brother Bear? Do you want to, if you want to defend it in the comments section below. I have no problem with that. I hope you're all having a great day. Please subscribe to my channel, and thanks so much. Bye.